Hey everyone, good morning. It's Jen Russo Davis, the Queen of Can Do, coming at you from my home office today. And, I have a question. I'm going to start out with a question today. And my question to you is, whose side are you on? And maybe you want to even write that down in a notebook. Whose side am I on? Not meaning me, meaning you. Whose side am I on? And consider that every day. And why I'm asking this right now is because we are about to come upon a very emotional time in America, a very just charged, fired up time. And I say this because, if you've been hanging with me for a little while, you know that I love to watch and analyze people and their behaviors and their conversations and their patterns and thought processes. And I'm very entertained by election season in America. I have never seen people get so fired up and passionate and crazed almost as they have with this current administration. In fact, I even personally lost a couple of friends over it. And before anyone judges or assumes that I am for or against the current administration, know that I don't get into politics at all. In fact, I lost my friends because they wanted to label me as left or right because I refused to engage. I just comment on the facts. I comment on what is. I don't have emotion. And people want to take that and then label you as left or right. And I just said, if you're going to do that and do it with anger after knowing me for a while, see you later. I love you, but I don't need that. So this is how strongly people have reacted to things like that. And I know I'm not the only one. I see it all over Facebook. And I see people make horrific, violent comments. So this is going to be very interesting going forward now. And what entertains me the most, or what even fascinates me the most, are people actually think, after all the elections, after all the presidents we've had, and after everything that's gone on in our government, people still actually believe that they have a say. People believe that they have a voice, that we have a say in who's elected, that campaign promises that are made are actually going to happen. People believe the campaign promises and then they shout, liar, when it doesn't happen. It's like every time. No new taxes. A change you can believe in. Like, what? What does that even mean? That could mean anything, right? That was a pretty generic promise because there's certainly been change. Who believes in it, we don't know, and that's up for debate, and I don't want it debated here. Don't want it debated here. I'm going to say this right straight up. Any comments here is not meant to be made about, any administration and debate what they've done. Because here's why. I'm going to invite people in the Warriors Nest. We're here as students. We're learning concepts such as motion. I invite you, if you've gotten involved in this process, in this debate, or you've gotten passionate or opinionated about things that has to do with politics, I invite you to step back. I invite you to use motion, detach emotionally, and be able to see the big picture. Because don't you know, the political agendas have already been put in motion. They're not determined by what you think they're determined by. There are forces and powers that we don't see, we don't know about, that pull the strings. So no matter who's elected, the agenda is still going to happen and it's going to go through. The middle class is collapsing. And no matter who's president, it's going to continue to collapse. That agenda has been set forth and put into motion already. So as people who are working with our own businesses, we're trying to, as hustlers, we are trying not to fight the system, not to compete with the system, not to break it. The Science of Getting Rich, he says, competitive energy is not the place to come from when you're working towards your own freedom. It's creative energy. And what Joe has done for us in that last couple of documents from email, with the 400 daily rips, He outlined the system, and he's done this for us a couple of times. So this is one of the, big gifts that we have here. He has outlined the system and how it works. How it works, the wealthy get wealthy and they stay wealthy, and what the big corporations and retailers and celebrities use to do this. He's told us. And our part is not to go out and try to compete with them and spend our energy there. We are to use, as Wallace Waddle said, creative energy. It's time to tap and unlock creative energy. That means we take what Joe is offering us. Now, right now we're looking at the Warriors Nest program. See, it is designed for us to have this system in our hands. How we use it, how we get it out there, how we earn money with it is up to us. That's our creative energy is going to do that and make it happen. Chances are you've probably already made it happen for yourself. You just don't realize it, or you're just not appreciating it. Because if you can do it in one way, you can do it in any way. If Target can do it, so can you. If celebrities can do it, so can you. If people online can do it, so can you. Just do it your way. And Joe's giving you the guidance to do this. So like I said, I invite you to step back, because no matter who's elected, it's your job to figure out how you're going to win, and not to waste your energy on fighting a system or making comments or having thoughts. Because when you make a comment on Facebook or on social media, that reveals your thought process. That reveals your emotional intelligence. Okay? And remember, it has been said, thoughts become things. Our thoughts are energy. And that's all action starts from a thought. Every action that a super successful, wealthy person makes starts from a thought, an idea. So when you're posting and engaging in these activities, what is that saying about your thought process? What is that saying about your programming here? Really, what does it reveal? So I invite you all to really step back and disengage this time around, and understand that what you argue for out there is what you receive. So if you're arguing for these things that you can't control, that's what you're going to receive. Yep. I choose. Here's the difference. And I'm not judging. I'm just giving you an idea. I choose, and I think Joe is asking us to argue for prosperity and freedom. Don't call me left or right. Don't label me any of that. Because I argue for my freedom and prosperity, for myself, my family, future generations, and people around me, the people that I come into contact with. And that is what we have the opportunity to do with the Warriors Nest. Now, the last thing I want to let you know about is I'm reading this book right now that Joe had posted, You Can Work Your Own Miracles, Napoleon Hill. And he talks about, and again, what we say, we're making our word law right now. You can even write that down. My word is law. And so that comes from, your words come from your attitude. He talks about in the very first chapter how profound a positive mental attitude is. And I'm not talking about like standing in the mirror going, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, everybody likes me. He breaks it down, page 13 in the first chapter, about a positive mental attitude is made up of habits. And this is thought processes and habits. And if you're going to be successful, what those habits are and what they are not. What they are not. Specifically, they are not things that you cannot control. That's where the moo shit comes in, baby, or woo-wee, just woo-way, just roll it off. So today I want you to make sure, I want you to ask yourself, whose side am I on? Am I on the side of the masses being distracted by the drama that they put out there and by a process that I have no control over and is really there to deceive me? Or am I on the side of myself? Am I on the side of freedom? Am I on the side of capitalism and free enterprise, which still will exist no matter who's in office? That's the gift of the American way. So use it. Use it. So many people do not have this. We are blessed with this. Use it. And how you're going to use it is unlocking creative energy and training, really building your positive mental attitude. That's how you're going to do it. Whose side am I on? And is my word law? Focus on those two things today and just watch how the changes unfold in your life. Watch how you observe other people. It's just amazing. It's amazing how things are going to shift and you're going to see things differently, little by little. Okay, y'all? Well, I'm back to it now. Gotta go hustle, and I'm taking care of kiddos. I'm on double duty, so I am out of here. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.